This tundra swan was lucky to survive a casualty event that killed about 30 swan and snow geese near the town of Druzy in Harney County the morning of November 8th. Biologists believe the migrating birds were disoriented by a lunar eclipse and a snowstorm.
So disoriented that when they came down to land, they unfortunately impacted power lines, light poles, and the ground extremely hard. And there were dozens of birds that died, unfortunately.
A volunteer brought the injured swan to Think Wild, a wildlife hospital in Bend, where it was examined by a veterinarian. The bird's injuries include abrasions and soft tissue bruising, but no broken bones. The swan is being treated with inflammatory drugs and lots of food to help it regain its strength.
The one sort of tricky thing with swan is that it's hard to get them to eat in rehab. So we've tried to do a couple different things, like we're actually feeding some live prey, some live bugs, and we put a mirror in the enclosure because they will usually eat better if they're in a social group. And so we can almost sort of like trick the swan into thinking that there's other swan in the enclosure.
If the swan is determined fit for release, it may be taken back to Harney County, from where it could continue its migration with other flocks of swan and geese. If the rehabilitation takes longer, the swan may be transported by car to California and released onto swan wintering grounds. Brooks Snavely, Central Oregon Daily News.